about to get started with photoshopping. Please ignore my messy desktop. I haven't cleaned it in a while. And normally I have one of my own photos. Here's my backdrop, but for some reason the last time my computer battery died, it got rid of it. I don't really know why. And I haven't bothered to change it. So these are the two photos I'm going to be editing today. I did a little mini photo shoot with my ramen the other night. So there's not a lot that needs to be done. Just lighten some of these darker areas here, sharpen this a bit, and then clean up the mat here and a few other little spots. Just because I had to quickly get photos of it because I was A, hungry, and B, because room temp egg is not good. Especially when it's runny, it's just gross. So wanted to eat it while it was so hot. So I only got these two photos of it, and it's surfer going down what looks like a wave of the yum yum sauce in there, and then here's a kayaker going down the same little path. I like this shot better because I think it's just a much better angle of the ramen, and I really like how the figure looks going down here because there's really no wave for this thing to be riding. It just looks kind of odd. I feel like I just wanted to use that figure because I never get a chance to use this one because he doesn't balance on anything. So he has to be on something hard, like an actual hard surface, and it just doesn't translate well for a surfer. So I don't get to use him very often. So I saw a chance and I took it. Yeah. So I like this one better. I also like this one because you actually see the steak in there, the kimchi and the noodles and stuff. I wish you could see the egg a little better, but you can't have everything. Normally, whenever I'm editing a video or photos or anything, I'm listening to music while I'm doing it. And this playlist here is just titled Photoshop, and it's songs that I get really into, and I'm singing along and stuff because it's just really fun to do that while editing videos or photos. God, I don't know why I have a weird habit of combining two words together like that. Anyway, it's just songs that I really like singing out loud to or jamming to or whatever while I'm editing. So as you can see from a bit of the playlist, I'm recovering emo kid. But I can't listen to this while I'm making a video because YouTube does not like that. So just imagine music is playing while I'm doing this. So exit out of these, and I'm going to start in Photoshop. So first thing is always make a duplicate layer here. That way you're never editing directly on your image. So that way if you don't like something, you can just delete it and it's gone. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to hit the back button a million times or anything. It's just, you start all over, it's fine. Also, I like being able to click back and forth and see what before I edited and then after. Just to kind of see a before and after. Just, I don't know, it's oddly satisfying. So first thing I'm going to do is fix this area here. And I'm going to do that by going over here, getting the magic wand tool, and hitting select subject. And then inverse the selection. That way it's just selecting the backdrop. And then I'm going to get the dodge tool, and I'm going to have it pretty high up, pretty big, because this is a really big photo. And then exposure is only at 15. I normally have it a little lower, but honestly, I'm impatient today, so it's gonna be a little higher. And then just lighten all the areas, I'm gonna be a little darker. Because I really try to have a seamless white background on my photos. So I'm just gonna hit those areas, especially the corners. And this way it doesn't lighten my actual subject any, which I like. And I'm not going to hit over here too much because I don't want to look like the bowl is just floating. That would look weird. So just go around that until I'm satisfied with it. And then here it is before, here it is after. Much better. Now I'm going to use the zoom tool to zoom in on this little guy and sharpen the area and maybe clean up the bowl a little bit. So sharpen tool, just go around him a little bit, and maybe a little bit of the sauce to make it a little more prominent. And then also pieces of steak, kimchi, and the noodles, just to make it a little more obvious and kind of just pop a little bit more. Yeah, just put the sharpening tool on anything that I kind of want to just pop. So done with that. Now I'm going to try and use the clone stamp tool a little bit, make it a little smaller, so it's too big. Yeah, it should be a good size. And then I'm going to just try and clean up the side of the bowl a little bit. And I'm just going to hit the bigger spots like this here. Like that. Just make it where it's not quite as eye-catching. So before, after, much better. Yeah, there's some little spots here. Just gonna clean them up a bit. Because once again, because I was in a hurry, I didn't wipe off my area like I should have. So there's like little specks of dirt and dust and stuff from the last thing I took photos of over here, which I think was cookies, maybe? Or I don't remember. Let's see, I'm not seeing anything else that needs to be cleaned up. So the rest of the edits are going to be done in Lightroom. So now I want to zoom out. So this is before, then after. Not a huge difference, but a bit of a difference. Actually, I want to see if I can fix that. There we go, much better. So, before and after. Before and after. So I'm going to merge the layers, flatten the image, and I'm going to crop it. I'm going to try and keep it, I'm going to keep it at the like original like size ratio or whatever, just so I can use this photo for Instagram posts, which I usually keep at like 8:10 size ratio, and then I can also use it for Instagram stories, which I don't remember what the ratio is for that, but long. So I'm gonna just do that a little bit. Maybe, yeah, there we go. Make the figures a little more in the center. And there we go. I'm gonna save that. So I have like a file naming method where I say what kind of figure it is. It's a surfer. And then I say what's in the photo with it, which is ramen. And then any other identifying things, because just surfer and ramen's too basic. It will, there's likely that I'm gonna have another photo like that, so I need to have something else in there. So I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna put green because that's the color of the surfboard. I'll put that in there. And then post in all caps. And that tells me that this one is ready to be used and posted. It's already edited. So I'm gonna put this in my folder of the miniatures and save. So now it's time to edit it in Lightroom. So this still has a good bit of this little shadow here that I don't like. So let's see if I can get rid of it a little bit by upping the shadow here. Yeah, I'll just see what it looks like all the way up, just to see if I like that. It does get rid of it, but it does lighten the rest of the image way too much. So right here seems to be the sweet spot. And then to counteract that and everything else, I'll turn down the highlight a little bit. And then I do want the like egg and the kimchi and the colors in here to pop a little more, because the egg is very dominant, and so is the white inside the bowl, and that's just too much like whiteness in one photo, if that makes any sense. So I need to make the rest pop. So I'm gonna put vibrance up just a smidge. Same with saturation. Just to make what colors are in this photo pop a little bit more. That's before, that's after. Not a huge difference once again, but difference to me. I'm gonna sharpen it just a smidge. Up clarity a bit too. There we go. I know you probably can't see a huge difference, but to me, it makes a really big difference being able to see this a little bit better and seeing this right here a little bit more. Just add a little more color to this, because there's all this white here and then all this white right here. And honestly, Yum Yum sauce is not very bright either. So just adds a little something. So I'm going to save that now. And now it's time to go to the next one. And then once again, duplicate the background. And then magic wand tool, select subject. Now this time it didn't get all of it for some reason. So I'm gonna do the lasso tool, select that area, bam, good. Now inverse it, dodge tool, set in the same settings as before, and just hit those dark areas. In this one, it's just really this area here. The rest is pretty much okay. And then once again, I'm trying not to hit this part here too much, because I don't want it to look like a floating bowl. So that's before and after. I think I might have hit this shadow a bit too much. Nah, it's fine. Actually, I think I'm gonna dodge this area a little bit more, because I'm trying to go for like a seamless white background, at least on the corners, so that all of the photos blend together and look more uniform when I have them on my Instagram feed. So there we go. So once again, that's before, and that's after. Much better. So now once again, a little sharpen tool around the little guy so he stands out. Do it around the meat and the noodles, kimchi, maybe some of the seasonings in the egg. Definitely want this little area here to pop, like where the sauce is going over the kimchi. I think it looks really nice. So that's good. Now I'm going to clean up the edges a little bit. So use the stamp tool and just pick up color from other parts of the bowl and fill it in. And just, you know, clean up the big chunks of whatever that is. Just to be a little less visually distracting. Normally, like whenever I'm doing this, like I have my headphones on and I have the volume up really, really loud where I can't hear a soul other than my headphones. And I am just jamming and having a good time, listening to my music. And so just, it feels weird to do this without all that going on. So you put this bowl a little bit. There we go. Let's see, is anything down here? Yeah, there's a good bit. Ooh, it is really messy down here. So I'm also moving the photo around to just make sure that something I see that needs to be photoshopped out is not just something on my computer screen, because I have admittedly not dusted off my computer screen in a while. So there's like a few little things where I feel like I'm photoshopping something and it's just not working, when really it's just like a piece of like dust or something on my screen. So a lot of times I just need to move the photo around just so I can see it a little better. Alright, so let's zoom back out. This is before, then after. Pretty good. This one is still my favorite one out of the two. I just love that you can actually see like some of the steak, the noodles, and some of the kimchi. And I think the way the sauce is pouring down this way, it looks a lot better and more natural than in the other photo. I just wish you could see the egg a little more. I wish the egg was like right here or something. But oh well, can't have it all. So now I'm gonna flatten the image and then save it. So this time it's gonna be it's a kayaker, and the kayak is yellow because I have two of these. I have a red one too. So I have the yellow one, it's in ramen, and then post, meaning it's completely done. Well, I guess not completely done, because I still gotta run it through Lightroom. So just like before, I'm going to just up the vibrance a little bit, and the saturation a smidge. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with how the dodging and everything turned out, and so I don't feel like I need to mess with the shadows or anything like that. So I think that's all. Like, I know I can do that in Photoshop, but I just feel like it looks more natural and better when I do it in Lightroom. So I'm also going to sharpen it just a smidge. And then up clarity a bit too. Not a lot. Yeah, very small difference. I feel like you can really see it in like this corner of the steak. Might up the saturation just a bit more. Same with the vibrance. There we go. Oh yeah. I know it seems like probably a really small difference, but I really feel like you can see the difference in the kimchi. I feel like the red pops a lot more. So here's the original, and here's the edited one. I feel like it really makes the reds pop, which I really like, because I feel like it really brings out his little safety vest and hat. Makes it feel a little more cohesive, maybe. So go ahead and finish that. So here's the finished photos. I really like how they turned out. I really didn't have a whole lot of edits to do on these. It went to me about maybe 30-40 minutes tops. I have done some other photos, of course, where it was a lot more intensive, and if you want me to make a video on one of those, please let me know in the comments and I will definitely get on that. Also, I'm going to be turning one of these photos at least into one of the posters that I sell on my Etsy. And if you didn't know, I have an Etsy now, and I sell cute posters that I make out of my photos. They have cute sayings on them and inspirational quotes and other things like that. So if you're interested in that, please go in the description and check that out. I just started the Etsy, so I'm just starting out and trying to get the hang of everything. I sell only digital downloads on there right now, so that way you don't have to worry about shipping and anything like that. You can just pay for it on Etsy, download it to your computer, and then go to your closest print shop and have it printed and have it within an hour. It's great for like last minute gift ideas and things like that. Or if you just want something really quickly to hang up in a room or something like that, it's perfect. Not to mention, I don't have to worry about having posters and shipping stuff all stored in my apartment, which is already pretty cramped. So it works out for everyone. So please go check that out. So that's the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like and comment. If you want to see more like it, please hit that subscribe button. Bye!